Hello, my friends. Welcome to this very quick overview of the PMI-RMP exam and some courses that can help you if you're looking to take it. Now, the RMP exam is going through a facelift. It's been updated. And if you scroll down, you'll find information about the timeline, right? They opened registration and the current exam is being retired in 2022 April, which is around the corner. So we're going to take a look at the old exam content outline and the new content outline. But I also want to let you know, if you really mean business going deep into risk, you really need to be on our training program. It's called Risk Management for Professionals, and you can get it at riskresponder.com. It's by Dr. David Hilson and I. We worked on this some years back, and this is a very fresh and very helpful perspective about risk management. You will go through every single domain in the exam content outline that is about to be retired. Now, more on that. Let's talk about this retirement, if you will, of the former content outline. So this is the content outline that our course is based on. This is going away to a watered down version, which will be this. So there are differences, okay? I'm not here to talk about the differences very much. That's coming up later. But if you really want to do well on this test, I would advise the riskresponder.com course. And I would also advise this course right here, Risk Standard Crash Course. We base this on the risk standard, the risk in portfolios, programs, and projects. And it's going at a killer deal right now for $29.99. When you get on the program, you'll be able to go through that 1.5 hours of training and coaching, tips and tricks about the RMP exam. And then you'll be able to go into some risk management essentials and risk tech camp that we've had in the past. But we're going to go through all the processes, planning risk management, identifying risk, everything, all the way down to monitor risk with a little quiz for each one. Highly recommend this. If you want to sign up for this one, go on down to the Praizion website, praizion.com, and look for this. Now, let's talk a little bit about these changes, these so-called changes. This is what it was in the very beginning: risk strategy and planning. And you can see it goes into some pretty deep detail about what you need to effectively strategize in risk and plan. Let's just take a look at the top. Develop risk assessment processes and tools that quantify stakeholder risk tolerances. Update risk policies and procedures. Develop and recommend project risk strategy. That is the overarching approach to risk management, right? We call that the risk strategy. And number 4, produce risk management plan for the project on the basis of inputs. And it goes into some of the inputs. And lastly, for this one, it says, establish evaluation criteria for risk management processes based on project baselines and objectives so that we can measure the effectiveness of what we're doing. And then it has some knowledge bits and pieces. That was the old outline for risk strategy and planning. Let's go to the new one. Here's the new one. The new one reads, gather and review documents, determine and assign who is responsible, establish documents relevant to risk process, and then it goes into assess project environment for threats and opportunities, determine which OPA EEF methodology is needed, and then it goes into talking about different analyses such as PESO, VUCA, TCOP, which I mentioned here, a SWOT analysis, and it's talking about the analysis of what exactly are you going to use and so on. And then it goes into confirm risk thresholds based on risk appetite, establish risk management strategy, document the risk management plan, plan and lead risk management activities with stakeholders. So those are obvious things that you do. And then it goes into risk identification. Let's go to the old one. We can see the next thing that we have here is stakeholder engagement as its own separate domain. And after stakeholder engagement, we go into risk process facilitation, which deals more with the expertise a risk specialist would have in order to facilitate risk discussions. Here, we just jump into the analysis, we jump into the risk response, monitor and close risk. So it's a very weak, watered down version of this more specialism type of view of risk process facilitation. Risk monitoring and reporting is its own area. And then perform specialized risk analyses. This goes into the actual bread and butter of a risk specialist. So when you take a look at this previous outline, you can see that they've really dumbed it down. They've dumbed down this new outline into some very basic process sounding domains and tasks. You see, it's been watered down. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. You would have thought we would be amping things up, not dumbing them down, right? So here we are, risk strategy and planning in the new one. This is a new one, okay? The old one, stakeholder engagement, nothing like that here. The old one, risk process facilitation, very important for your risk efforts to succeed. Here, not really any mention of that in particular. It goes to risk monitoring and reporting in the old one. In the new one, we've got pretty much the process names. And going to the old one, we've got perform specialized risk analyses. It's a really huge one. It's been cut out. So as far as where this is going, it's going to, in my mind, a pretty dumbed down version of what was solid. This was rock solid. And this is what I would recommend you study with us, because if you go to riskresponder.com, what we have here is everything I showed you in the former outline that covers the new stuff and more. So why even bother doing anything other than this course, right? And then when you get done with that, if you want to go for more, go on board our program. You can go to Praizion.com. It's just $29.99 for this course. The other one is $99.99, but this is a really great course that serves as a crash course for the RMP exam. As far as my comments, watch this space. You're going to be hearing more from me. And I'm going to get David Hills and the Risk Doctor. We're going to be commenting a little bit more about these changes in the future. So just watch out. We'll be back with some more. But if you're looking at getting this certification, my recommendation is signing up for training. I'll put the links below, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Take care. Bye for now.